What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dark Souls. For some reason, Sigmar of Katarina is still at Firelink Shrine. Who knows why that is? The world may never know. But what we're gonna do here... He's still there? Okay. Rest of the bonfire didn't do anything. Well, he's supposed to go down to Blighttown, but apparently he hasn't done that yet, so I don't know what coerces him to do that, or maybe I just have to go down to Blighttown and then he'll be in Blighttown. I don't rightly know, but what we're going to do now is we're going to head back to the new Londo ruins, which is like the very first place I went in the game after arriving at Firelink Shrine, and pretty much robbed them blind of a Firekeeper soul, and, you know, did a sort of suicide run. And just in order to grab that and upgrade the Estus and run out, well, we're going to be making a triumphant return to new Londo ruins, and we're going to be unlocking the boss fight here. I don't think I will be doing the boss fight, just because the boss fight of this area is called the Four Kings, and this is probably the boss fight in game that I'm the least familiar with. Honestly, a lot of people like really struggle with, I don't know, Ornstein and Smo, which is the one I did 2 episodes ago. The last boss of the game, I guess some people have trouble with too, but like this is my boss that I don't really know very well. How I've always done this boss is just kind of like worn the best possible armor I could achieve at that time and just tanked him and just like went all out damage wise. The main problem with this boss is in order to kill it without being completely wrecked up, down, and all around, what you have to do is you have to have a lot of damage, and what we do not have right now is a lot of damage. So I don't think offensively I'm strong enough right now to take out this boss. I'm very, very weak offensively. Because like against that Ornstein and Smo fight, my sword was hitting for like 50 damage or something. It was pretty minuscule, so that's the reason why we're not going to be fighting the boss of New Londo Ruins, which is called Four Kings. But what I will do is I will drain the place of water. All this water around here, well, most of it is going to be drained away, and then we can actually go down beneath to what is currently underwater. And the reason why you'd want to do that... Oh, we don't kill him in one hit! Sad! Well, actually, we would kill them in one hit if I buffed up, probably, so I'll do that. I got the Dragon Crest ring on? Yeah, I do. Okay, they dropped a Jagged Ghost Blade. Wow, that's actually pretty rare. That's a very rare weapon, in fact. So I'm kind of surprised I got it this early. And I don't have any sort of things that help my drop rate for items, either. Things that boost your drop rate for items are like Humanity. Having up to 10 Humanity helps out quite a bit. What else? Having the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. That helps quite a bit in finding items as well, but I don't have that equipped right now. Anyway, the point is, I got lucky. I stayed up all night. In fact, that doesn't move yet. That will change soon enough. So there's a bunch of these ghost dudes all around, and in order to kill the ghost dudes, normally you can't do damage to them, which kind of sounds like a raw deal. But what you have to do is you have to use these consumable items, transient curses, or you have to be cursed, which I'm really not a fan of, because being cursed halves your HP. And I don't really like having my HP halved, man. Sucks. Also, they drop transient curses kind of rarely. I'm getting really lucky with drops right now, but whatever. So yeah, we just have to make our way through here, fighting ghosts. Luckily, my sword does one-hit them while buffed. Being able to one-hit the ghosts helps a lot, so that is important. They also can like hit you through walls and stuff, which really sucks. Like, it sucks a lot. Sucks eggs. So yeah, just like, I don't know. I'm kind of expecting to get hit from people inside walls that I can't even reach. Alright, the buff wore off, so I'm going to have to rebuff. Now that chest right there in front of us, that is the chest. That is the chest that we want to take advantage of. We want to get there. Because what that chest contains is the very large Ember, and I want the very large Ember, man. It helps out so much. What the very large Ember does is it allows you to upgrade your weapon all the way up to plus 15, which is the maximum that you can upgrade a weapon. So I'm excited for that. You also need Titanite chunks in order to upgrade your weapon up that high, but thankfully this area, once we drain it of water actually, becomes the best Titanite chunk farming area in game. How about that? That's really convenient, isn't it? So we're just waiting for some ghosts to spawn. You can just run into this building and just kind of go for it. I don't like doing that though, because you can get overwhelmed by ghosts pretty easily. And I'd rather, you know, yeah, like this. Basically like this happens, but on a much larger scale if you just kind of go for it and run into the building immediately. Can you let me get a hit in, please? Thank you. More transient curses. Okay, well, the good news is we're never going to run out of them. Got plenty. Chill out. Alright, so these ghosts are like coming out of the water and stuff. It's pretty sketchy. So we should go in this room. I'm trying to like spawn some ghosts and get them dead. Is what we're attempting to do right now. Because, yeah, we want to kill these ghosts so they don't become overwhelming and a problem to deal with when we eventually like go for how to unlock the area. Chill out. Okay, we need to heal up. There we go. Okay, luckily Estus heals you very, very quickly, otherwise we'd be dead right now. But yeah, this is kind of why I'm not really a huge fan of this area. Like, the ghosts just swarm you. They're not very strong one-on-one, but when there's like 47.5 ghosts coming at you at once, then problems start happening. Alright, so in this next room there's like a banshee. She screams. I don't know what the scream is supposed to represent other than the fact that she's upset about something. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but anyway, yeah. Maybe like spawns more ghosts or something, I'm not really sure. But we're gonna climb up this ladder. Get stabbed by ghosts. Chill out, bros! Okay, hopefully the ghosts, yeah, they don't follow you all the way to the top, which is nice. So there's this fool here, and if you have the Lord Vessel, he will just give you a key.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel.
How can you tell?
Impressive. I know exactly what you're
Oh, you do you?
You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal.
That is a very provocative old man. I've never listened to his dialogue before. I didn't realize.
The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorius traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a hint, because normally you can't go into the Abyss, but as I somewhat, to a certain extent, explained in the last episode, if you have Artorias' ring, then you can. Artorias, unfortunately, isn't in very good shape. You do find him in this game, you do run into Artorias, but he's in no position to help you out with anything. The dude's kind of let himself go. Saying is, I think he's gone hollow, basically. So, he's not a lot of help, but if you have his ring, you're in business. Okay, so we're going to go and unlock the floodgates and let all the water out so that we can go down to the lower levels. Which is just generally a good place to be. Because it does have, what I believe to be anyway, the best farming location for Titanite chunks in the game. And also Titanite slabs. Titanite slabs are used for the very last stage of upgrading, getting your weapon from plus 14 to plus 15. And Titanite slabs are rare. And the guys that you can kill at the lower levels of New Londo, they do drop the slabs. But they're rare. So, hopefully we'll get one, but I doubt it. So all the water comes out, so that does mean we can go down to the lower levels now, which is awesome. Pretty sweet cutscene there. And also, this unlocks to the Valley of the Drakes, which is an area we visited a couple parts ago. So, if you have any desire to go down to the Valley of the Drakes, and travel this way in order to get there, you can now do that. So that's all fun and games, I guess. What we're actually going to do is... What? I can't cast Hidden Body? Why not? Huh, that's weird. Do I have to have it in my right hand or something? I swear I have the intelligence level to cast Hidden Body. You only need 14 and I have 15. So Hidden Body, what this does is I want to use this spell because it makes enemies not be able to notice you unless you're like right up in their grill. but I can't cast Hidden Body. The only thing I can assume is probably why I can't cast it is because I already have an active effect going on right now in the Transient Curse. That's probably why I can't use Hidden Body. Yeah, I also can't use Power Within, so I imagine that's probably why, is you usually can't use buff magic together with each other. Like, you can't use one buff with another buff at the same time. So that's probably why I can't use Hidden Body right now. So when the Transient Curse wears off, I imagine I'll be able to use it, but, anyway, it's not that important, but we'll surely make use of this spell later on in the game. Where am I going? Where am I even going? Completely turned around right now. So there is a quick and easy path. Remember this chest over there? That's the chest we need to get to. That's the chest of awesome. So there's a pretty easy path in order to get there. You don't even necessarily have to deal with any of the enemies that are on the lower level, although I probably will kill a few just in order to attempt to get some items. But we can just use this machine right here. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to equip the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, because I want the drops from the enemies on the lower levels. Their drops are really good, so in case I run into any, I want to have like the best chance possible for them to drop Titanite chunks, Titanite slabs, all the above. So it is possible to get to that chest without a single enemy, and the enemies in this area are called Dark Wraiths, and they're also the giant slime monsters, but they don't respawn, so I don't consider them that important. But the Dark Wraiths here, it is possible to get to the chest without a Dark Wraith noticing you. So I'll try to do that, but if we have to fight a Dark Wraith, it's not the end of the world. They're the guys who drop the Titanite chunks. So they're the farming, the object of your farming, anyway. So we climb up this stairwell, and this should get us to the chests, I believe. Yes, here's the chest. Alright, this chest is the important one, and that contains the very large ember. So we're now going to be able to upgrade our Baldur Sword all the way to plus 15, but in order to do that, I need 9 Titanite chunks, and I currently have 5. And I also need a Titanite slab, and I don't have a Titanite slab right now, but I do know how to get a Titanite slab. So I'll be doing that soon. But for now, probably what I want to do is maybe kill a few Dark Wraiths, and it shouldn't take that long to get myself a few Titanite chunks, because remember, we need 4 more to upgrade our weapon all the way, and an additional 9 if we want to upgrade our shield as well. So I do want to upgrade my shield. That would be helpful. So I might just want to spend some time farming these fools. And, oh no! The giant slime monster! Alright, well I'm going to go up here, and I'll probably spend a little bit of time farming some of these guys, so I'll just like speed it up and get to my farming spot and then start killing them. So yeah, I'll be back once I have some Titanite chunks. Alright, so I got myself 9 Titanite chunks. It only actually took 1 trip. I did die in the first trip because, well, I was trying to parry these guys, and these guys are just a freaking nightmare to parry if you don't know their attacks, because their most common attacks are a kick, which you can't parry, and which just kind of owns you if you try to parry it. They have a really slow wind-up attack, and they have a very quick, fast attacking attack. So, for someone who hasn't really tried to parry them before, it's just kind of a nightmare, because it's like either going to be really slow or really fast, and it just freaking messes with your reflexes, man. But Regardless, I'm just going to say forget the shield for now, and I'm just going to upgrade the weapon. The mesh shield's fine as it is. You don't need to upgrade past plus 10 anyway for your first playthrough of a game. And man, I got the leg twitches. I got the leg twitches going on. But anyway, let's go give that very large ember, which we still have, to Andre, and then upgrade the weapon to plus 14. And then to get it to plus 15, we need a slab. And slabs are hard to get, but I just so happen to know where to get one. And we'll do that next.
That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that ember with me? I'm just an old smith.
Yeah. You can have it. You can have it. Forget all the dialogue. You can have the ember. Okay? If that'll make you happy. So let's make the Baldur's Side Sword plus 11. And let's just start reinforcing this puppy. And if I have one left, I guess I can... oh yeah, I have 2 left. So what we can do is we can go ahead and ascend the Baldur's Shield to plus 11 too. And now that it's ascended, I can repair it myself. Or ascend it myself. Whatever you want to call it. I can do stuff to the shield myself at a bonfire. So in the future, as we get more of these chunks, and there becomes an even better place to farm Titanite chunks later on, we'll be able to, yeah, do awesome things. So I'll put a point into endurance up to level 50, which is a nice round number, and let's warp back to Firelink Shrine and go to the next place that we're going to attend. So my weapon is a little bit stronger, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, getting this weapon up to plus 14, yeah, it also gave it an A scaling in dexterity when it was previously a B. So not only, oops, I didn't mean to reinforce, my bad. It's reinforced parrying dagger by accident. I meant to repair, because I want to make sure everything is fully repaired so it does the maximum possible damage. How was my sword not in need of repair? Oh, I think when you ascend a weapon, it actually repairs it automatically. So anyway, yeah, I get 192 damage base, and then 81 additional damage from scaling, so that's like 273 damage, which is not bad. And then I get like an additional 200-ish damage from great magic weapons, so it's like, yeah, it's about 450 plus damage with the buff. And then if I'm using Power Within as well, I mean, this is around 600 damage before you take away damage reduction from like enemies' defenses. But that's a lot of damage regardless, so yeah, the scaling helps. So now as I level up dexterity, it's going to add even more damage to this weapon than it normally would. So for this next area, what we want to do here is we want to make some tricky jumps. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to try my best not to rage, but I have a really hard time making this jump sometimes. What you have to do is you have to jump, you have from here to here to get to a full sprint. So a very short distance to get into a sprint. Apparently you can roll off this ledge as well. I've never been able to do it personally, but let's jump. Oh, I made it. I made it first try. I'm so happy about that. Like, this is the only part in all of Dark Souls that has made me rage at the game. And it's pretty hilarious, because normally, like, I'm a chill guy. I don't rage. I've had lots of times when I've died in Dark Souls. Some of the time to pretty silly reasons. But that jump right there is the only part that has, like, really made me mad with Dark Souls, because that was just such a difficult jump to, like, learn how to do. And it's not that bad now that I actually know how to do it, but we just want to sit in this nest for a little while. And eventually, something will happen. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I don't know how someone figured this out the first time, but after you wait for a while, there's going to be a giant raven, similar to the one that brought us to Firelink Shrine in the first place. It might even be the same raven. It looks similar. I think all ravens look similar, though. And he's going to bring us back. Just pretending to be an egg. He's going to bring us all the way back to the Undead Asylum, so we get to visit it again. Visit our home, if you want to call it that. Yeah, we're back in the Undead Asylum now. So what's changed is the enemies in the Asylum are now stronger than they were, which I think is a good thing. Because it kind of sucked if we were just fighting those, like, you know, super easy naked hollows. Like, what's the point of going back at that point, really? Like, these torch hollows actually are somewhat of a threat. 400 damage. I like it. So Yeah, I'm glad we upgraded this weapon. But this is where we're going to be getting our Titanite slab. Making sure to avoid the center of this floor here, and there's a reason for that. Because there's another boss. Who'da thunk? There's actually 2 bosses in the Undead Asylum. Not only that Asylum demon that we killed in like the very start of this playthrough, but there's another one as well. But before we kill the boss, I'm going to go through the old Asylum. And there are a couple things that we can do. We can go back to our cell, where we started our life, in this game anyway. I hope we weren't born there, that would be kind of messed up. But, there is going to be a dude, so I do want to power within. And I want to Great Magic Weapon. So we'll do a lot of damage, potential damage here. So, the boss that you can actually fight, you can see him right there. You can actually see that guy before you even exit the Undead Asylum. He's here when you first start the game. There we go. 758. That's what I'm down with that. We got a red Titanite chunk. Not particularly useful. Red Titanite chunks are used to upgrade weapons to fire. High levels of fire upgrade or for chaos upgrade. But I'm not looking to do either of those. But yeah, I can one-hit these Black Knights with a parry attack now, so that's good. There's another Black Knight to kill in the Asylum. Obviously, these guys weren't here when you first began the Asylum. It would kind of suck if they were. That would be pretty difficult. But we're going to go kill the other Black Knight. And also, that guy who gave us the Estus back in part 1, way back then. Yeah, we're going to kill him too. Because he's still here. But, unfortunately, he has now gone hollow. So he's no longer, like, really with us. That's so much damage. I love it. I think it's the other side. Yeah, I want to say it's over here. We'll save the boss till the very end, but the boss from this area is interesting. We'll eventually fight him. There's another bonfire here. Of course, like, completely unnecessary, but here's the other knight. So I guess this guy's more of like a silver knight than a black knight. It doesn't even look like he's wearing black knight armor. Oh, I guess he is. It was just the lighting. The lighting made it look weird. So I failed on the parry. I'm not really very good when it comes to parrying, but I do try. I was drinking my Estus, man. Give me a second to... Oh, so sad. The zombie from behind got me. I wasn't expecting him to follow this far. I thought he would lose his aggression after a while, but... I guess the hollows in the Undead Asylum are a lot less stupid than the hollows outside, which will just, like, immediately lose aggression. So that was a really stupid death, and I should have just been more careful and killed that fool. And then that wouldn't have happened, but... let's go do this right this time. Put an end to this Black Knight's life. Even though I'm not using all the Black Knight weapons, they always drop, like, some kind of Titanite. I'm not sure if they can drop Titanite slabs or not. It would be awesome if they could. I've never had one personally, so if they do drop them, they're super, incredibly, insanely, stupidly rare, but... it may be possible, who knows. So we'll power within, Great Magic Weapon. Okay, so we just need to not fail on a parry, and this fool's dead. Like, that's really all there is to it. He always starts with the stab. Swing at me. There we go. I almost choked that one away too, but... let's see, does it drop us anything? Another red Titanite chunk. I would prefer regular Titanite chunks, but okay. I'm not going to argue too much. If you are going for like all the achievements, there's an achievement for ascending every single type of weapon in the game to +10. So if you're going for like the fire weapon, for example, that can be kind of useful getting that. Okay, so this guy, he's no longer as friendly as he used to be. Apparently he's like gone hollow now, I guess. So it looks like he's not parrying or anything, so I can just go for these attacks. And they're going to bust right through him, because he's not even using his shield. But he does drop his shield, which is the Crest Shield. It has the highest magic defense of any shield in the game, so it's actually not bad. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do. There's one more item that you can grab in the Undead Asylum, but you have to grab a certain ring in order to do it. And I didn't grab the ring because I didn't feel it was important, I guess. So we're just going to go ahead and fight the boss now. The ring that you can grab in this place is called the Rusted Iron Ring. It allows you to run through weird terrain like water and swamp without it slowing you down. So if you wanted to like go into Blighttown, you could come back here first, grab the Rusted Iron Ring. and then running through the swamp wouldn't slow down your movement. It's kind of nice to have, but I'm already done with Blighttown, and I've already killed the Hydra, which are the two things that it's important for, so I don't feel like it's necessary, I guess. So what's kind of funny is the demon here, he won't actually notice you if you just immediately go for the corner. So you can have some time to buff up or whatever. Like, it looks like he'd be able to notice you, right? I didn't even hidden body or anything, but no, he's just very unaware of his surroundings, it looks like. So this guy is a huge pain if you don't know how to kill him, because he spams like these AoE attacks, which really hurt if you get caught in the blast. But you know, the strategy with this guy, similar to many bosses in Dark Souls, is just kind of hang out near his butt and stab away and back off when he does these AoE attacks, fire or whatever that sort of element that's supposed to be. Yeah, but this is pretty much the entire fight. It doesn't really get more interesting than this. Sorry to admit. Oh, he does do the fly up in the air and slam attack, just like every demon in the game. There's 3 demons in the game that look like exactly like this, almost no difference. They have slightly different attacks and different stats. Of course, the first demon in the game, the Asylum demon, of course, is like this. And then this guy, and there's another demon we'll be fighting later on who is eerily similar. I have to freaking buff up again. I'm just going to let him do his thing while I buff up. Alright, so we need to get behind him. That's the one downside of this build, I guess, is all the buffing that needs to be done in order to make it viable. Alright, you're going to fly in the air, slam down on the ground. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm sorry. I've seen this before. We've been down this road before. Your brothers do like the exact same thing. You need to get your own thing, man. He does kind of have his own thing, like the slam the ground power farts. I think he's the only demon that does that, so he's got that going for him, but otherwise he's not exactly original. Anyway, yeah, we just continue this for a little while. Eventually he'll die. But he does drop the Titanite slab, so he doesn't have like a cool boss weapon with his soul or anything, but he may have the best reward of any boss with the Titanite slab. That should do it. Alright, that's the stray demon. I don't think I even got hit there. But this guy was a huge pain, like before I realized that you just kind of stick near his butt and wait for him to do the power fart and then back off. Like, once you learn how to avoid that attack, it's really... that's it for the fight. Alright, let's go ahead and move out. I'm just going to go back to Firelink Shrine, I guess. We'll turn the sword into plus 15, which isn't really a big improvement. The one that you really want is the plus 14, I think, is what gives it the A scaling for dexterity. That's the one that really matters. But it's not bad to have it to plus 15 all the way upgraded. It's just another 8 damage, so it's not all that important, but whatever. We got it done. And I think I can actually maybe upgrade my shield one more time. Yeah, I had 1 Titanite chunk left over, so we'll get that to plus 12, which is plenty to complete the game, so I might just leave it at that. Oh yeah, we have some souls to level up with. Everything just goes into endurance, because it always does. I might go for 30 endurance and then pump whatever's left into dexterity. But yeah, that's going to do it for the Undead Asylum. So I guess next time we'll do something else. Beautiful thing with Dark Souls is I haven't really decided to do I haven't decided what I'm going to do next, but it doesn't really matter because there's so many different potential paths we could take. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.